is this new YouTube announcement this week that they're adding a bunch of new features to Shorts. And the quickest way I can describe them is that they're just TikTok things. So now you can see vertical live previews of videos in Shorts. So when you're scrolling through, and in addition to just seeing Shorts, you'll see live stuff. There's a new tool where you can actually like crop and zoom on a regular horizontal YouTube video and use it as a short, which I actually think is very clever and is one of the things that makes YouTube unique, is that there's this whole other giant library of stuff. And then there's a tool that they call Collab, which is just a straight, complete rip of Duet on TikTok. And I think it's very funny that they didn't just call it Duet. Like, we're all cool with stories being the thing that everybody does, but YouTube is like Collab, not like Duet at all. Totally different. But we've talked about this a bunch on this show, but it's like there is just only one app anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just called like video in all caps. And it's TikTok, it's Reels, it's YouTube Shorts. All these things are the same thing. And it's just making me tired now.
Do you ever find yourself accidentally scrolling the wrong one and not realizing it for more than 30 seconds? Or is that just me?
The thing that happens to me frequently is I'll go onto TikTok, scroll a bunch, be like, why don't I care about any of these videos? And then realize I'm actually on Instagram.
That's me.
This is a thing that has happened to me several times from like, usually like I kind of know what my TikTok is going to be. It morphs over time, but I have a rough sense of what I'm going to get from TikTok most of the time. And then I go on Instagram and it's just like, here's people playing spike ball and like random Russian soccer players that you've never heard of. And I like spend 3 minutes. I'm like, this is boring. And then I'm like, oh, I'm on Instagram.
Yep.
It's like when I see like 3 videos in a row of somebody just cutting sand, I'm like, oh, I think I'm on Instagram. Okay.
Or it's particular if you see the trends from 3 months ago. That's the real telling Instagram. But here's the thing about Instagram, which is fascinating. Meta just had earnings. They were boring. Meta's doing great. Fine. They basically solved the Apple ad tracking transparency issue with AI, so they're making a lot of money. They also revealed that Reels is making money hand over fist now and is on track to be a bigger business than TikTok, which is wild. And kind of a testament to Meta's overall scale and expertise in monetizing things.
Yet another reminder that Meta is the only company that is actually good at this. Like it's the thing I've been saying about Threads all along. Like everybody can have the same idea and Meta will do it better over time. At least from a financial perspective, it just keeps being true. And it's truly wild. Like Reels is a objectively worse product than TikTok. Like I don't think there's anybody who would be like, I prefer Reels to TikTok as a like user consumer experience. But I'm not at all surprised that it's going to end up being the bigger business.
So here's the numbers. Reel's annual revenue run rate has jumped to $10 billion a year, up from $3 billion last fall and $1 billion last summer. That's from Zuckerberg during his analyst call. That means Reel's about the size of TikTok's business last year when TikTok pulled in $9.9 billion in worldwide ad revenue, and Reel's about to grow. This is a Reuters story that we'll link. That's crazy, right? They went from not having this product to being deeply threatened by it to running a bigger and more effective business with it. And maybe this is like cautionary tale for Threads. This is kind of the Meta problem now. They run huge businesses with no cultural relevance. Right, that's what we're talking. That's what you're talking about with Reels. You open Reels, you like scroll through it, like this isn't what I want, and you jump to TikTok, which is far more relevant, but they are better at the business.
I think it is culturally relevant, and the fact that like all of my online friends send me TikToks, all my normal friends, offline friends, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody listening, you've got both sides. They all send me Reels. Like my best friend from college, she sends me Reels about Gilmore Girls. My best friend, like that I worked with at my last company, she sends me TikToks, and it's just, I like, and that's a smaller group. Those people that are really online like us, we're a much smaller part of the population, and so the stuff that actually goes out to people and changes the culture is happening on Reels, even though it's being incubated and developed on TikTok.
Yeah.
Although I think the younger you get, the less that's true. And this is the thing that Meta continues to trade on, right? Is that like whenever I come on this show or write about Facebook and say basically nobody's on Facebook, nobody cares, I get a bunch of people responding who are like, no, actually the thing is everybody's on Facebook. They're just old. And that's true. And there's a lot of money in those people. But as you scale down the age group, like truly nobody is on Facebook. And at least in the sort of limited access I have to the world of 16-year-olds, like they're all on Snapchat and they're all on TikTok and they're all kind of on Instagram, and that's it.
Yep. So
like that is the
what's fascinating about this conversation is it was prompted by you discussing new features being added to YouTube, which is the most stable, scaled social platform to exist. It's still doing the thing it does, except it's also trying to do the new thing. And that thing appears to be the least culturally relevant of them all.
Reels alarms me whenever I accidentally or not Reels, Shorts. Sorry, I get it back. Shorts alarms me every time I click on it. Like I get confused and then have to like quit the app because I don't know where I am and how to get away from it.
Is it like a feeling like I'm training the wrong algorithm? Like
it's
like
partially
stranger
that
danger?
and partially just like the video's big and I'm like, the video's not supposed to be big here. It's supposed to be the other way. What's happening? I don't like it. I just get very old as soon as I click on Shorts. So I don't like
these
it.
kids and why are they eating hot wings?
I just immediately turn 80.
But
it's great.
Yeah, this is why, to your point, Eli, this is why YouTube has been so fascinating to me for so long, because it is, I think, the single most like sprawlingly ambitious platform on the internet, right? Like YouTube wants to eat Hollywood. It wants to eat the podcasting business. It wants to eat the music business. It wants to eat the creator business. It wants to eat the social business. Like YouTube literally wants to be the size of the like creative entertainment internet. And it's kind of working, and it's really, really fascinating to watch that happen. I think Shorts, by all accounts, seems to be growing really fast and doing really well, but in the way that you would expect it to, because it's attached to YouTube. Like, I don't know that it has hit sort of bigger than YouTube escape velocity in the way that like Facebook Marketplace is very successful because it's on Facebook, but is not sort of successful on its own. I think that's kind of what Shorts is doing. But then even just this week, YouTube is getting some of Google's generative AI stuff to get summaries of videos that are in the like in search results and in the video pages, so you can see what you're getting. They're adding YouTube videos to the SGE, Search Generative Experience AI stuff. Like YouTube is everything to everyone at all times. And then just kind of over here on the side, they're just ruthlessly copying TikTok and paying creators better.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of nuts to watch all of that happen simultaneously.